Homa Bay County, we have not seen any deaths, and thanks to Gladys Wanga and her team, we have not seen any deaths as a result of postpartum hemorrhage for the last 96 days. So we are seeing a lot of traction, and Kenya can do it. If Makueni does not have those maternal deaths as a result of bleeding for the last 2 years, then we can do it in Homa Bay, we can do it in Migori County, we can do it in Baringo County where we are. Yeah, thank you. My name is Kenneth Ogendo. I work for Luala Community Alliance. I oversee policy, advocacy and partnerships and really supporting external affairs, and we are here to advance the agenda of universal health coverage through community health workers, through primary healthcare networks, and we want to keep the conversation alive.
What does Luala do?
Luala is a not-for-profit organization that advances systems change. We believe in coalition building, working together with the national government, the county governments, the council of governors, and the partners at large, such as the ones under CHE for UHC, meaning community health units for community health coverage, for universal health coverage, so that we can reduce maternal health mortality and morbidities, and also reduce child health morbidities and mortalities. You are aware, in this country, we are losing 355 women per 100,000 births. We are losing 21 neonates per 1,000 births. We want to change the narrative, and to break it down for the common person, it means that we are losing 350 women in a Boeing, and 15 of them amounting to around 5,000, 6,000 women per year. You can imagine you'll be making a lot of news from that every day if that was happening. But because the deaths are far and in between across these 65 days in a year, we don't feel the impact. So we want to humanize these statistics and add value and say that we need to stop these deaths. The SDG, the Sustainable Development Goals, are calling for a target of 70 per 100,000 births by year 2030. So we want to work with the county governments, the MPDSR initiative, the Council of Governors, and Luala is also collaborating with the national government to see to it that we strengthen MPDSR committees from top to bottom. MPDSR stands for Maternal Perinatal Death Surveillance and Response. We want to have these committees activated at the national government level, at the sub-county, at the county levels, all the way to the health facilities. And also, we are bringing in social accountability to make sure that the health facility management committees and the community health committees are working together to keep the health system accountable and reduce these maternal deaths, so that we can also reduce the neonates deaths and make sure we get to the SDG goal, which is 70 per 100,000, and for the neonates to have at least 12 per 100,000 live births by the year 2030. So we are here as a collective to advance that agenda. And then secondly, sir, we are also here to advance the cause for community health workers, and we appreciate the government on the 50-50 financing arrangement, because the national government is paying 50% and the counties are matching with another 50, totaling to 5,000 shillings. This is the only administration since Alma Ata 1978 that has come to pay community health workers in a way that we are now moving towards regular and sustainable pay. So we allow the government for that, and we're also seeing that the community health workers need to be advanced towards the minimum wage, but for now it is good where we are. We want to ask, can the social health insurance also purchase community health services? Can the FIF ring-fence money for primary healthcare networks, so that we are not only establishing them, but we are also supposed to operationalize them? So we are working together with other CHG partners such as UNICEF, Living Goods, AMREF, and NAI Africa, Financing Alliance for Health, to ensure that we increase financing and investment for this to move it forward. And we have good donors such as J&J and Elma Philanthropies who are supporting and catalyzing the domestic financing of health in this country, because we all know of the fiscal change globally as a result of the stop work order that was passed earlier on this year.
So far, are you happy with the implementation of the universal health care in Kenya?
Yeah, so far so good. Let me mention we have two counties that have done well from a maternal health perspective. Makueni County has been lauded to be having 0 maternal deaths as a result of postpartum hemorrhage. And thanks to the leadership and the availability of oxytocin, heat-stable carbetocin, and the non-pneumatic anti-shock garments, the NASG, which Luala is advancing across the counties together with partners like Chai, we are seeing we can reduce these maternal deaths. And by the way, the host county here, Homa Bay County, we have not seen any deaths, and thanks to Gladys Wanga and her team, we have not seen any deaths as a result of postpartum hemorrhage for the last 96 days. So we are seeing a lot of traction, and Kenya can do it. If Makueni does not have those maternal deaths as a result of bleeding for the last 2 years, then we can do it in Homa Bay, we can do it in Migori County, we can do it in Baringo County where we are, we can do it, we can replicate it across the country.
Do you think the problem is in investment, in leadership, or is it just about what really is the cause and what is the solution?
So the solution is multi-pronged. While we appreciate that the government has increased primary healthcare funding from 4 billion last year to 13.1 billion this year, we allow the government for putting that investment. We also appreciate that the budget and the national government has risen from 126 to 138.1 billion this year. We are seeing that the government is increasing money over the years, and we know county governments are receiving 4 or 5 billion to be split across 47 counties, and we are calling upon the governments to ring fence at least 30% of that money to go to health. And then now health will be able to cover maternal health issues. They will be able to operationalize primary healthcare networks. They will be able to operationalize community health committees. And when you look at that health system from end to end, then we should be reducing the maternal health issues. Of course, financing is one thing that we need to advance. And we need not only to look at the exchequer budget, we also need to leverage the Social Health Authority. We need to leverage the Financing Improvement Act facility, the FIF, because all these avenues, the exchequer, SHA and FIF, are going to strengthen the financing of maternal health, community health, primary health, and we shall at least start seeing that now philanthropy and donors will now be catalyzing, because now we have seen a lot of goodwill from the government, and we want to see those progressive advancements in terms of financing and also leadership and accountability. So we are really in a good place, but we can do better, and we are moving forward. So also respecting the people who are pushing for devolution, let us also increase the monies that are going to the counties so that the counties can increase money going into preventive and promotive health.
My name is Millicent Miruka. I'm a community health worker from Rongo Sub-County, Migori County in Kenya. I'm happy to be here today, and I want to tell you my role as a community health worker. Our role as a community health worker is very important back in the community because we are saving lives in the community. And so we want to say that Kenyan government, the national government and county government, we are really glad because you are giving us money, we are paying us. And I want to say it simple as that we are being professionalized nowadays. And so I want to urge the government, the partners who are here or who are listening to me, continue supporting community health workers because we are the frontline healthcare workers back at the community. We are saving lives, and so we need to be professionalized. So there's still some work to be done. Thank you so much. For those who are hindering our work, we want to tell them that we are the first point of contact back in the community. And so we are saving lives just like other doctors. They are also saving lives in the facility, and we are saving lives back at the community. So we don't want anybody to hinder with our work back in the community. Thank you so much.